Today we're going to continue from my previous video. I have some new filament that we're going to play with. I had some issues along the way, so we'll talk about that too. And finally we'll see how it looks. Did I mention yet that I'm new to the hobby? By the way, I'm new, still figuring out what I'm doing. So far I have 3 rolls of filament. When I bought the printer, I bought this inland in white. And then I hopped on Amazon and I got some green at one point and some black at one point from Overture. All 3 I really like, especially the Overture. I've had really good luck working with that. The inland took me a little longer to get dialed in, but now that it's dialed in, I really like it too. Turns out that I needed to run it at a little higher temperature than I do these guys. Your mileage may vary. So I ordered my next color. I want to pimp my printer out. I did the little V-slot covers in black and other stuff in black. And as you can tell, I have a lot of black. And I think I need a little color. But I wanted to go with something shiny that had a bit of a metallic look to it, perhaps. So I've ordered this guy primarily for pimping out the printer. And plus I thought it was pretty cool. Got this on Amazon. There's the logo. It seems like it got okay reviews. A few people complained about a couple of things, but I thought that we'd try it out. So, all right, now that I got it open, let's get in here and take a look at what we've got. This was, I honestly don't remember what I paid for it. It was 20 some odd dollars, somewhere between 20 and 30. And I went with the, I think it's called Dark Violet Silk. Hey, look at that. That's kind of cool. They sent samples. Neat. I didn't know they were going to do that. I did know they were going to send the nozzle cleaners. So that's kind of cool. I like that blue, man. All right. So this is the one that I went with here. It's a silk and purple. And the baby's going to start singing again. I thought he was going to sleep, but I guess not. So I tell you what. I'm going to go deal with the baby. And once he goes back to sleep, I'll load this up on the printer. And maybe we'll run a couple of tests with it. So I've loaded it up, and boy, does it look pretty on the spool. Since we've been messing with the printer so much, I've gone ahead and run another bed level. I'll check that here in a minute. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and run this temp tower and get a feel for what temperature we need to be at. Alrighty, we're going to have to do this one quick because the baby's in my lap and he's being ooh, ooh. But my temperature tower has finished. You can see I already broke this one off. So 180, please don't touch the camera, baby. Thank you. So 180 is clearly too cold, right? We didn't get any strength out of it. Looking at it, it looks to me, yeah, I hear you going to talk. I've got a little stringing going on everywhere, so I think I've got a retraction issue more than a temp issue here. So I don't know how good it looks on the camera. This is hard to do one-handed. But I think what we're going to try next is we're going to run a benchy, and we're going to run him in that 210 to 215 range and see how that comes out. Because rotating it around, to me, that looks like that's the best. And boy, did it. So here's what happened. After I ran that temperature tower yesterday, the baby was hungry, I was running late for work, so I rushed through setting up a benchy boat in my slicer settings, which is Cura. Sent it to Octoprint, hit print, and I got this error saying my slicer settings were missing. I didn't have time to deal with it, so I quickly figured out it was an issue that I'd created with Octolapse, so I disabled the plugin and printed, and well, the results were terrible, right? I've got all kind of stringing. It just looks bad. So when Jess got home, she figured maybe I was running at the wrong temperature. So she set up a second benchy boat and she ran it, and the results really weren't any better. So I'd love to tell you exactly what went wrong, but I don't really know. So I do know that I had created an issue with Octolapse. If you recall in my previous video, we reset my extruder calibration. Well, when you do that, you go into Cura and you go into your G code and change it, right? Well, apparently when I did that, I did something to mess up the code sending to Octoprint and Octolapse, and I wasn't getting any retraction anymore. It wasn't doing speed changes. And I honestly don't know what I did or how I did it. But I do know that I had messed it up. So I reconfigured Octolapse, and then I went into Cura and I repasted this G code that you can find on the GitHub that I'd already put in when I set it up, but somehow I'd made it disappear. Anyway, replacing that, I ran another Benchy, and as you can see, the results came out a whole lot better. So after getting a good Benchy, we've printed out a few other things. I was having some extrusion issues. I switched over to Calibration Cat to get those dialed in. Dialed in my temperature and my fan settings to get rid of the stringing problems for the most part. And then I began printing out the accessorizing pieces for my printer. They don't catch the light quite the way I'd hoped they would. Seems like that works better on round objects like the octopus. However, you can see it's still not quite as shiny as the PLA is on the roll. Still think it looks good. It's got more of that shiny silk look than a metal look, but it's cool. Hey, I think we're going to wrap things up here today. If you like the video, like or subscribe please, or leave a comment. I've had a lot of fun playing with this video. I've had a lot of fun making other videos, and if you'd like to see more, let me know. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.